made up of kings and cardinals, in speaking costumes and intellectuals with embroidered mouths, with me. If a king or cardinal had done the prologue, he'd have had the right material, and an intellectual would have shown enough majestic meaning, colored propositions, and closely woven liturgical stuff to dress the House of Lords. But this? Is this a costume? Does this say anything? It barely covers one man's nakedness. A bit of black material to reduce old Adam to the common man? Oh, if they'd let me come on naked, I could have shown you something of my own, which, without words, would have told you something I'd forgotten. Old Adam covered up. Well, for a proposition of my own, I need a costume. Matthew, the household steward of Sir Thomas More. There's company to dinner. All right, a common man, a 16th century butler. The 16th century is the century of the common man, like all the other centuries, and that's my proposition. That's Sir Thomas More.
Wine, please, Matthew.
It's there, Sir Thomas.
Is it good?
Bless you, sir, I don't know.
Bless you too, Matthew.
But every man has a price!
No.
Master Richard Rich.
But yes, and money too!
No.
Pleasures, title, women?
That's childish.
One suffering, certainly.
But a man with suffering.
Impose enough suffering and offer him escape.
Ah. I thought for a moment you were being profound.
Good evening, Matthew.
Evening, sir.
No, not a bit profound. It then becomes really practical. Question of how to make him suffer sufficiently.
Yes, and who recommended you to read Serial Machiavelli? No, who?
Master Cromwell.
He's a very able man.
And so he
I
is?
say he's able.
And he will do something for me, he says.
I didn't know you knew him.
Pardon me, Sir Thomas, but how much do you really know about me?
Why, what have you let me know?
I have letting you know everything.
Richard, you should go back to Cambridge. You're deteriorating.
Not you. Do you know how much I have to show for 7 months' work?
What?
Work! Waiting's work! When you wait as I wait hard! For 7 months! That's 200 days I have to show the Cardinal's outer doorman, the indifference of the Cardinal's inner doorman, and the Cardinal's Chamberlain's hand in my chest! Oh, and after the good morning delivered at 50 pace by the Duke of Norfolk.
He was very affable at dinner.
Oh, everyone's affable here. Oh, and a friendship, Sir Thomas More. Or should I say acquaintance?
Say friendship.
Well, there. A friend of Sir Thomas and still no office?
I thought we said friendship. Look, the Dean of St. Paul's offers you a post with house, servant, and £50 a year.
Post what post?
At the new school.
A teacher.
A man should go where he shouldn't be tempted. Look, Richard, see this. Look.
Beautiful.
Italian. Do you want it?
Why, yes, thank you.
No, don't. Keep it. Sell it.
What?
You'll sell it, won't you?
Yes.
Buy what?
Some decent clothes.
Ah.
I want a gown like yours.
You'll get several gowns for that, I should think. It was given to me a little while ago by some woman. And now she's put an order in, a court of requests. It's a bribe, Richard.
You give it away, of course.
Well, I don't want it, and you need it. Of course, if you feel it's
No.
contaminated.
I'll risk it.
Look, Richard, in office they offer you all sorts of things. I was offered a whole village once with house, servant, manor, mill, and a coat of arms. I shouldn't be surprised. Look, why not be a teacher? Be a fine teacher, perhaps a great one.
If I was, who would know it?
You, friends, God. Not a bad public, that. Oh, quiet life.
You say that.
Yes. I was commanded into office. It was inflicted on me. Can you believe that?
It's hard.
Be a teacher.
It was magnificent. The Duke of Norfolk, Earl Marshal of England.
I tell you, he stooped from the clouds.
Alice! Here. Lady Alice, my master's wife.
I tell you, he stooped.
He didn't. But he did. Couldn't.
He does. Not possible, but often.
Never.
Oh, well, I'll be dashed.
Come down, Meg.
Lady Margaret, my master's daughter. Lovely? Really lovely.
Matthew, get about your business. We'll settle this, my lord. We'll put it to Thomas. Thomas, no stoop from a cloud, could it?
Oh, I don't know, my dear. It sounds unlikely. I have seen some falcons do some rather extraordinary things.
But how could he stoop from a cloud? He couldn't see where he was going.
You see, Alice, you're ignorant of the subject. A real falcon don't care where he's going. Oh, thank you, Thomas. Anyways, I'm talking to Meg. It was the very first cast of the day, Meg. The sun was behind us from side to side of the valley like the roof of a tent with solid mist.
Mist?
Well, mist is cloud, isn't it?
No.
The opinion of Aristotle is that mist is an exhalation of the earth, whereas cloud... He stooped 500 feet like that, like an act of God. Isn't he, Thomas?
Tremendous.
Tremendous.
And did he kill the heron?
Oh, the heron was clever. It was a royal stoop, though. If you could ride, Alice, I'd show you.
I can not, my lord.
No, you can't ride with them.
I'll bet you 25, no, 30 shillings. I see no falcon stoop from no cloud.
Done.
No, unless you'll make yourself ill.
Oh, Lord Thomas, remember who you are. Am I a city wife?
No, you've lost 30 good shillings, I think. There are such birds. And the heron got home to his chicks, Meg, so everything was satisfactory.
Yeah.
What was that of Aristotle's, Richard?
Nothing, Sir Thomas. Was out of place.
I've never found much use in Aristotle myself. Not practically. Great mind, of course. Wonderful philosophy.
Exactly, Your Grace.
Master Richard is newly converted to the doctrines of Machiavelli.
Oh, Italian? Nasty book from what I hear.
It's very practical, Your Grace.
You read it? Amazing girl, Thomas, but where are you going to find a husband for her?
But where indeed?
The doctrines of Machiavelli have been greatly mistaken. I think probably apprehended he has no doctrine. Now Master Cromwell's
You know
got
Cromwell,
slightly, Your Grace.
Cardinal Secretary. It's a fact.
I'm sorry.
2-3 days.
A farrier's son?
Well, the Cardinal's a butcher's son, isn't he?
To be up quick and down quick with Master Cromwell.
Did you know this?
No.
Do you like Master Cromwell, Master Rich?
He's the only man in London if he does.
I think I do, Lady Alice.
Good. You don't need my help then.
Sir Thomas, if only you knew how much I'd rather yours than his.
Talk about the Cardinal's secretary and the Cardinal wants me. Now,
At this time of night?
the King's business.
The Queen's business.
More than likely, Alice, more than likely.
Well, what time is it?
11 o'clock, sir.
Is there a boat?
Waiting, sir.
Thank you. You'll go to bed. You'll excuse me, Your Grace. Richard? Now, you'll go to bed. Dear Lord, grant us rest tonight, and if we must be wakeful, cheerful, careful only for our soul's salvation. For Christ's sake.
Amen.
And bless our Lord the King.
Bless our Lord.
Amen. Howard, are you at Richmond?
No, down the river.
Oh, then good night. Oh, here is a young man desperate for some employment. Something in the clerical line.
Well, if you recommend him.
Oh, no, I don't recommend him. But I do point him out. He's at the New Inn if you could take him there.
All right, come on.
My lord.
We'll hug it house, no, Alice.
Whenever you like.
Sir Thomas, thank you.
Be a teacher. Alice, the ground's hard at Hounslow. Meg, go to bed.
Hey!
It's a gift, Matthew. Sir Thomas gave it to me. He gave it to me.
Very nice present, sir.
Yes. Good night.
Sir Thomas is taking quite a fancy to you, sir.
Oh. Here?
Oh. That one will come to nothing. My master, Thomas More, would give anything to anyone. Some say that's good, and some say that's bad. But I say he can't help it, and that's bad. Because someday, someone's going to ask him for something that he wants to keep, and he'll be out of practice. to keep. That's only common sense, eh?
It's 1:30. Where have you been?
1 o'clock, Your Grace. I've been on the river.
Since you seem so violently opposed to dispatch for Rome, I thought you'd like to look it over
Your Grace is very...
before it goes.
Thank you, Your Grace.
Well, what do you think?
It's very well phrased, Your Grace.
The devil it is. And apart from the style, Sir Thomas.
It's addressed to Cardinal Campeggio,
Yes.
not to our ambassador in Rome.
Our ambassador's a ninny.
Your Grace did appoint him.
Yes. I need a ninny so that I can write to Cardinal Campeggio.
Devious.
Devious situation.
Surely there must be something simple in the middle of it.
I believe you believe that. You're a constant regret to me, Thomas. If you could just see facts, flat on, without that horrible moral squint. Just a little common sense. Could have been a statesman.
Your Grace flatters.
Don't frivol, Thomas. Are you going to help me?
If Your Grace will be specific.
Ah, you're a plodder. Take you all together, your scholarship, your experience. What are you? Come here. The king.
Yes.
Where has he been? You know.
Hi, Your Grace.
Spare me your discretion. He's been playing the mud again.
Indeed.
Indeed. Indeed. Are you going to oppose me? He's gone in. All right. We'll plot. The king wants a son. What are you going to do about it?
I'm very sure the king needs no help from me on what to do about it.
Thomas, we're alone. I give you my word. There's no one here.
I did suppose there was, Your Grace.
Let's sit down. Do you favour a change of dynasty, Sir Thomas? Do you think 2 Tudors sufficient?
For goodness sake, Your Grace.
Then the king needs a son. I repeat, what are you going to do about
I
it?
pray for it daily.
As death he means it. That thing out there's at least fertile, Thomas.
But she's not his wife.
No. Catherine's his wife, and she's as barren as a brick. Are you going to pray for a miracle?
Oh, precedence.
Yes. All right. Good. Pray. Pray by all means. But in addition to prayer, there's effort. My efforts to secure divorce. Have I your support, or have I not?
A dispensation was granted so that the king might marry Queen Catherine for state reasons. And now we are to ask the Pope to dispense with this dispensation, also for state reasons.
I don't like plodding, Thomas. Don't make me plod longer than I have to.
Then clearly all we need to do is approach His Holiness and ask him.
I think we might influence His Holiness's answer.
Like this.
Like that, and in other ways.
I've already expressed my opinion on this.
Then good night. Your conscience is your own affair, but you're a statesman. Do you remember the Yorkist Wars?
Very clearly.
Let him die without an heir, and we'll have them back again. Let him die without an heir, and this peace you think so much of will go out like that. Very well. England needs an heir. Certain measures, perhaps regrettable. Perhaps not. There is much in the church, Thomas, in need of reformation. All right, regrettable, but necessary to get us an heir. Now explain how you, as Councillor of England, can obstruct those measures for the sake of your own private conscience.
I believe, when statesmen forsake their conscience for the sake of their state, they lead their state by a short route to chaos. We shall have my prayers to fall back on then.
You'd like that, wouldn't you? To govern the country by prayers.
Yes, I should.
I'd like to be there when you try. Who will? Who will put his neck into this after me? You? Tunstall? Suffolk?
Turnstall for me.
Aye, but after the king. What about my secretary, Master Cromwell?
Cromwell!
You'd rather do it yourself?
Me rather than Cromwell.
Then calm down to earth, Thomas. And until you do, bear in mind, you have an enemy.
Where, Your Grace?
Here.
As Your Grace pleases.
As God wills.
Perhaps, Your Grace.
More! You should have been a cleric.
Like yourself, Your Grace? Boat! Boat! Boat?
Boat here, sir.
Boatman?
Here, sir.
Boat?
Yes, sir. A boatman.
Take me home.
I was just about to go home myself, sir.
Well, find me another boat.
That's all right, sir. I expect you'll make it with my wife, sir.
Boatman, have you a license?
Bless you, sir. Yes, I've got a license.
Then you know that the fares are fixed. What? Sir Thomas.
Master Cromwell, you were very late.
I'm on my way to the Cardinal. You have just left him, I think?
Yes, I have.
You left him in his laughing mood, I hope?
On the whole, I would say not. No. Not laughing.
I'm sorry. I'm one of your multitudinous admirers, Sir Thomas. Penny halfpenny to Chelsea, boatman.
The coming man, they say, sir.
Do they? Well, where's your boat?
Just along the wharf, sir. Sir Thomas.
Secure Chapuis. You are very late, Your Excellency.
So is the Cardinal, Sir Thomas.
He sleeps very little.
You have just left him, I think.
You are correctly informed, as always.
I will not ask you the subject of your conversation.
No, of course not.
Sir Thomas, I will be playing with you. Playing, that is, as far as the diplomatic decency permits. My master, Charles the King of Spain, feels himself concerned in anything concerning his blood relations. He would feel himself insulted by any insult offered to his father's sister. I refer, of course, to Queen Catherine. The King of Spain would feel himself insulted by any insult offered to Queen Catherine.
His feeling would be very natural.
Sir Thomas, may I ask if you and the coroner parted, how should I say it, amicably?
Amicably. Yes, amicably.
In agreement?
Amicably.
Say no more, Sir Thomas. I'm
I hope you do, Your Excellency.
not. You're a good and friendly man, Sir Thomas.
I don't see how you deduce that from what I've told you.
I'm not as good as a wink to a blind horse. I understand. You're a good man. Dominus vobiscum.
Anchor spiritu tuo.
People seem to think boats stay afloat on their own sound, sir, but they don't. They cost money. Take anchor rope, sir. You may not believe me for small boats like mine, but it's a penny a fathom. And with a young wife, sir, as you know.
I'll pay you what I always pay you. The river looks very dark tonight. They say it's silting up. Is that true?
Not in the middle, sir. There's a channel there getting deeper all the time.
How is your wife?
She's losing the shape, sir. Losing it fast.
So are we all.
Oh, yes, it's common.
Yes. Well, take me home.
Yes, I will, sir. From Richmond to Chelsea, it's a penny halfpenny. From Chelsea to Richmond, it's a penny halfpenny. From Richmond to Chelsea, it's a quiet float downstream. But from Chelsea to Richmond, it's a hard pull upstream. And it's a penny halfpenny either way. Whoever made the regulations doesn't row a boat. Home again.
Matthew. Thank you. Is Lady Alice in bed?
Yes, sir.
Lady Margaret?
No, Sir Master Roper's here.
At this hour? Who let him in?
He's a hard man to keep out, sir.
Where are they?
Here, Father.
It's a little early for breakfast, Will.
I haven't come for breakfast, sir.
Will wants to marry me, Father.
Well, he can't marry you.
Sir Thomas, I'm to be called to the bar.
Congratulations, Roper.
My family may not be at the palace, sir, but in the city.
The Ropers were advocates when the Moors were selling pewter. There's nothing wrong with your family. There's nothing wrong with your fortune. There's nothing wrong with you, except you need a clock.
I can buy a clock, sir.
Roper, the answer's no, and will continue to be no, so long as you're a heretic.
That's a word I don't like,
It's
Sir
not
Thomas.
a likable word.
The church is heretical. Dr. Luther's proved that to my satisfaction.
Dr. Luther's an excommunicate.
From a heretic church. Church. It's a shop. Forgiveness by the florin. Job lots now in Germany. And divorces.
Forces.
Oh, half England's buzzing about that.
Half England. The Inns of Court may be buzzing. Half England doesn't buzz so easily.
Oh, it will. Is that a church? Is that a cardinal? Is that a pope? Or Antichrist? Look, what I know I'll say.
You've no sense of the place.
There's no sense of the time.
I
Look, Roper, 2 years ago, you were a passionate churchman. Now, you're a passionate Lutheran. We must just pray that when your head's finished turning, your face is to the front again.
Don't lengthen your prayers with me, sir.
One more or less. Did you ride here?
No, I walked.
Oh, well, then you can take a horse from the stables and get along home.
May I come again?
Yes, soon.
Good night, sir.
Is that final, Father?
As long as he's a heretic, Meg, that's absolute. Nice boy. Terribly strong principles, though. I thought I told you to go to bed.
Yes. Why?
Because I intended for you to go to bed. You're very pensive.
You're very gay. Did the Cardinal talk about the divorce?
You know, I think we've been on the wrong track with Lord Will. It's no good arguing with the Roper.
Father, did he?
Old Roper was just the same. Now catch him thinking he's swimming with the current, and he'll turn around and swim in the opposite direction. What we need is a really substantial attack upon the church.
And we're going to get one, aren't we?
I'll not have you talk treason, and I'll not have you repeat lawyer's gossip. I'm a lawyer myself, and I know what it's worth.
Thomas!
Oh, look what you've done.
I've just seen young Roper on my horse.
Don't bring it back, my dear. He's been to see Margaret.
Maybe don't beat that girl.
No, she's full of education. It's a delicate commodity.
And more's the pity.
But it's there now. Think what it cost.
Oh, Margaret, hot water.
Sorry you awakened, chick.
I wasn't sleeping very deeply. Thomas, What did Wolsey want?
Young Rotha just asked me for Margaret.
What? Impudence!
Yes, wasn't it?
Oh, Fox.
What did he want, Thomas?
He wanted me to read a dispatch.
Was that all?
Latin dispatch.
You don't want to talk about it?
No.
Norfolk was speaking for you as Chancellor before he left.
He's a dangerous friend, then. Wolsey's Chancellor, God help him. Oh, I don't want this.
Drink it. Great men get called in the head just the same as common ones.
Dangerous levelling talk, Alice. And beware of the tower.
Drink it.
I will. I'll drink it in bed.
Do you want to be Chancellor?
No.
That's what I said. But Norfolk said that Wolsey fell.
Wolsey fell. The splash would swamp her. Few small boats like ours. No, there'll be no new chancellors while Wolsey lives.
Whether we follow tradition in ascribing Wolsey's death to a broken heart or to accept Professor Blockholm's feeling diagnosis of pulmonary pneumonia, its effect card was the king's displeasure. He died at Leicester on the 29th of November, 1530, while on his way to the Tower under charge of high treason. England's next Lord Chancellor was Sir Thomas More, a scholar and by popular repute a saint. His scholarship is supported by his writings, but saintliness is a quality less easy to establish. But from his willful indifference to realities, which were obviously quite ordinary contemporaries, it seems all too probable that he had it.
Ah, Rich. What brings you to Hampton?
I came with the Duke last night, Master Cromwell. They're hunting again.
The kingly pastime, Rich. I'm glad you found employment. You are the Duke's secretary, are you not?
My work is mostly secretarial, yes.
Or is it his librarian that you are?
I do look after His Grace's library.
Well, that's something. I suppose you're not bothered too much by His Grace in the library? It's odd how differently men's futures flow. My late master died in disgrace, and here I am, in the king's own service. And here you are, in comparative backwater, yet the new Lord Chancellor's an old friend of yours.
He isn't really my friend.
Oh, thought he was.
Well, in a sense, he is.
Well, I always understood that he set you up in
Pardon me, Master Cromwell. What is it that you do for the king?
Yes, I'd like to know that, Master Cromwell.
Ah, Senor Chapuis. You've met His Excellency, Rich? Senor Chapuis, the Spanish ambassador. The Duke of Norfolk's librarian.
Ah, but how should we introduce you, Master Cromwell, if we have the happiness?
It's sly. You see how sly he is, Rich. Well, I suppose you could call me the king's ear. It's a useful organ, the ear, but in fact, it's simpler than that. When the king wants something done, I do it.
Ah, then why these justices, chancellors, and admirals?
Oh, they're the Constitution, our ancient English Constitution. I merely do things.
For example, Master Cromwell?
Beware these professional diplomats. For example, next week at Deptford, we're launching the Great Harry. Magnificent vessel. 1,000 tons, 4 masts, 66 guns, an overall length of 175 feet. It's expected to be very effective. All this you probably know. But what you may not know is that the king himself will be guiding her down the river. The king himself will be her pilot. He will have assistance, of course, but the king himself will be her pilot. He will have a common pilot's whistle upon which he will blow, and will wear in every respect a common pilot's uniform, except the material, which will be cloth of gold. These innocent fancies require more preparation than you might suppose, and someone has to do it. Meanwhile, as you prepare myself for higher things, I stop my mind.
Alas, Master Cromwell, don't we all? This ship, for instance, it has 56 guns, by the way, not 66. And only 14 of them are heavy. After the launching, I understand the king will take his barge to Chelsea.
Yes?
To,
Thomas Morris.
will you be there?
Oh no, we'll talk about a divorce. The king will ask for an answer.
He has given his answer.
The king will ask for another.
Sir Thomas is a good son of the church.
Sir Thomas is a man.
Isn't that a steward now?
Oh, believe it is. Well, good day, Your Excellency.
Good day, Master Cromwell.
Good day.
Sir Thomas doesn't talk about it, sir.
He doesn't talk about it to his wife, sir.
This is worth nothing.
But he doesn't talk about it to Lady Margaret, sir. That's his daughter, sir.
So?
So he's frightened, sir. Worried. Sir, he goes white when it's mentioned.
Alright.
Oh, sir.
Come in my direction, Rich?
No.
I think you should, you know.
I can't tell you anything.
Well, Sir Thomas rises at 6, sir, and prays for an hour and a half.
Yes.
During Lent, sir, he lives entirely on bread and water.
Yes.
He goes to confession twice a week, sir. Parish priest, Dominican.
Ah, he is a true son of the church.
That he is, sir.
What did Master Cromwell want?
Same as you, sir.
No man can serve two masters, steward.
No, indeed. I said one.
Ah, good simple man. Here. Peace be with you.
With you, sir.
Lord watch you.
You too, sir. That's a very religious man.
What does Signor Jeffrey want?
I have no idea, sir.
What did you tell him?
I told him that Sir Thomas says his prayers and goes to confession, sir.
Why that?
That's what he wanted to know, sir. I mean, I could have told him any number of things about Sir Thomas. That he has a rheumatism, prefers red wine to white, is easily seasick, fond of kippers, afraid of drowning. But that's what he wanted to know, sir.
What did he say?
He said that Sir Thomas is a good churchman. Sir?
Well, it's true, isn't it?
I'm just telling you what he said, sir. Oh, sir, Master Cromwell went that way.
Did I ask you which way Master Cromwell went?
The great thing's not to get out of your debt. What I can tell them's common knowledge, but now they've given money for it. And any man wants value for his money. They'll make a secret of it now to prove they have not been built. They'll make it a secret by making it dangerous. When I can't touch the bottom, I'll go deaf, blind, and dumb. And that's more than I earn in a fortnight.
No sign of him, my lord.
Oh, good gracious, Alice, he must be found.
He must be in the house.
Not in the house, Mother.
Oh, then he must be here in the garden.
Oh, he takes things too far, Alice.
Oh, do I not know it?
It will end badly for him.
I know that too.
Where's your master?
Where's my
Oh,
father?
where's Sir Thomas?
My lady, the king?
Yes, fool! And if the king arrives and the chancellor's not here...
Sir, my lady, it's not my fault.
Lady Alice, Thomas will get no good of it. This is not how Wolsey made himself great.
Thomas has his own way of doing things, my lord.
Yes, Thomas is unique. But where is Thomas?
Thomas!
My Lord Chancellor, what sort of fooling is this? Does the king visit you every day?
No, but I do go to Vespers most days.
He's here.
Isn't this visit meant to be a surprise?
For you, yes, not for him. Do you propose to meet the king disguised as a parish clerk? A parish clerk! My Lord Chancellor, you dishonor the king and his
The
office.
service of God is not a dishonor to any office. Believe me, my lord, Oh, thank you. I do not belittle the honor His Grace is doing me.
That's a lovely dress, Alice.
So's that, Margaret. But I'm a dowdy but calm yourself, Alice. We're all ready now.
Thomas! Oh,
Betty,
Thomas! Thomas!
What your celestial?
Well, not a whim.
Oh, enough's enough.
Haven't you done enough?
Your Grace does my household more honor than I fear my household can bear.
No ceremony, Thomas, no ceremony. A passing fancy. I happen to be on the river. Look, mud.
Oh, we do it in better style, Your Grace, when we come by the road.
Ah, the road. There's the road for me, Thomas. The river. My river. By heaven, what an evening. Lady Alice, I feel we've come upon you unexpectedly.
Oh, no, your grace. That is, yes, but we are ready to...
I don't believe my daughter Margaret has had the honor of meeting Your Grace.
Why, Margaret? They told me you were a scholar.
Answer, Margaret.
Among women, I pass for one, Your Grace.
Antiquone modo latine loqueris anopsoniensi?
Quem me docti pater dominus.
Bene, optimus est. Grecamne libuam quocum te docrit?
Grecam me docrit non pater meus, sed mei patris amicus, Johannes Coletus, Sancti Pauli Decanus. In literis Gregis tamen, non minus quam Latinus. As Magister Minuitur Discipulis Dutitia.
Oh. Take care, Thomas. Where is the flesh? There is no end to making of books. Can you dance?
Not well, your grace.
Well, I dance superlatively. That, Margaret, is a dancer's leg. Hey, no. Now that is a wrestler's leg, but I can prove. Shall I show them how it shall I?
No, your grace. No.
You are gentle. That's good. You shall read. No, you shall read. Lady Alice, the river's given me an appetite.
If your grace would share a very simple supper.
It would please me to. You know, I'm something of a scholar myself.
All the world knows your grace's book asserting the 7 sacraments of the church.
Ah, yes. Between you and I, your father had a hand in that, eh, Thomas?
Here and there, your grace, in minor capacity.
He seeks to shame me with his modesty. On second thought, Lady Alice, we'll follow. Thomas and I will follow. Wait. Margaret, are you fond of music?
Yes, your grace.
Slow. Slow. Louder. I brought them with me, Lady Alice. Take them in. Listen to this, Thomas. Do you recognize it?
No, your grace.
Listen. I launched a ship today, Thomas.
Yes, your...
Listen. The Great Harry. I steered her under sail.
Yes, your grace.
Listen, man. A great experience. A great experience. I'm a fool.
How so, your grace?
What else but a fool to live in a court, a licentious mob, when I have friends with gardens?
Your grace.
Ah, no courtship, no ceremony. Sit down. You are my friend, are you not?
Your Majesty.
Ha! And thank God I have a friend for my Chancellor. Readier, I trust, to be friends than he was to be Chancellor.
My knowledge, my poor ability.
I will be the judge of your abilities, Thomas. Did you know Wolsey named you for Chancellor?
Wolsey.
Aye, before he died. Wolsey named you for Chancellor, and Wolsey was no fool.
I was a statesman of incomparable ability.
Was he? Was he so? Then why did he fail me? Ah, it was villainy then. Yes, villainy. I was right to break him. Oh, pride. A proud man, pride right through. And he failed me in the one thing that mattered. The one thing that still matters, then and now. And why? He wanted to be Pope. He wanted to be Bishop of Rome. Let me tell you something, Thomas. You can check this for yourself. It was never Mary in Rome. In England. It was never Mary in England. We had cardinals and monks. But come. Don't forget the feel of that great tiller under my hands. Took it down Doggett's Bank. Went about. Broadbrook Livery Roads. Man could sail clean round the world in that ship.
Some men could, your grace.
Touching on this matter of my divorce, you spotted it since we last talked.
Of little else.
Then you see your way clear to me.
That you should put away Queen Catherine? Alas, as I see it, I see so clearly that I cannot come with your grace, that my endeavour is not to think about it at all.
Then you have not thought of it enough. Goodness, Thomas, why do you hold out against me? The desire of my heart, the very wick of my heart.
There is my arm. The sword from my shoulder, and I shall be laughed and be happy, if by that means I can come with your grace with a clean conscience.
I know it, man. I know.
I crave pardon if I offend.
Speak then.
When I took the great oath, your Majesty promised not to pursue me in this matter.
Ha! So I break my word, Master Moore? No, no. I'm joking. I joke roughly. I often think I'm a rough fellow. Yes, a rough young fellow. That's a rose bay. We have one like it at Hampton Court, though not so red as that. Ah, beautiful. I'm in an excellent frame of mind. You must consider, Thomas. I stand in peril of my soul. There was no marriage. She was my brother's wife. Leviticus, thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy brother's wife. Leviticus chapter 18, verse 16.
Yes, your grace, but Deuteronomy...
Deuteronomy is ambiguous.
Grace, I'm not fit to meddle in these matters. To me it seems a matter for the Holy See.
Thomas, does a man need a pope to tell him when he's sinned? It was a sin now. I admit it. I repent. And God has punished me for it. Oh, son after son she's brought me. All dead at birth, or dead within a month. I've not seen a hand of God so pure in anything. I have a daughter. She's a good child, a well-set child, but I have no son. It is my bounden duty to put away the queen, and all the popes back to St. Peter won't come between me and my duty. How is it that you do not see? Everyone else does.
Why does your grace need my poor support?
Because you are honest. There are men like Norfolk who follow me because I wear the crown. There are men like Cromwell who follow me because they're jackals with sharp teeth and I'm their lion. There is a mass that follows me because they follow anything that moves. And there is you.
I'm sick to think of how much I must displease your grace.
No. I respect your sincerity. Respect. It's water in a desert. But come, how did you like our music? The air they played had a certain... Well, tell me what you found it.
Could it have been your grace's own?
Discovered. Now, I'll never know your true opinion. And that is irksome. For we artists, though we love praise, yet we love truth better.
Then I will tell you truly what I thought of it.
Speak then.
To me, it sounded delightful.
I chose the right man for Chancellor.
I must in fairness add that my taste in music is reputedly deplorable.
Oh, your taste in music is excellent. It directly coincides with my own. Music. Send them back with that, please, Thomas. Stay here in Chelsea and make music.
Yes, your grace. My house is at your grace's disposal.
Yes, music. You understand me, Thomas. We will stay here and make music.
Will your grace honour my roof after supper?
Yes, I expect I'll tell her for you.
My wife, she will be...
Yes. Thomas, on this other matter, I'll have no opposition.
Grace?
No opposition. No opposition, I say. Your conscience is your own affair, but you are my chancellor. There, you have my word. I'll leave you out of it, but I'll have no opposition. I see how it will be. The bishops will oppose me. The full-fed, hypocritical princes of the church. And as for the Pope, might he burn in hell because the Bishop of Rome, with the King of Spain's knife at his throat, mouths me Deuteronomy? Hypocrites! Oh, mind they do not take you in, Thomas. Lie low. But I'll brook no opposition. I'll have no words, no letters, no signs, no pamphlets. Mark it, Thomas. No writings against me.
Grace is unjust. I am your grace's loyal servant. I can't serve your grace in this great matter of the Queen.
I have no queen! Catherine is not my wife, and no priest will make her so. And those that say she is my queen lie and are traitors. Mind it, Thomas.
I doubt that, your grace.
No, but you are stubborn. If you would but come with me, you're the man I would soonest raise. Yes, with my own hand.
Your grace overwhelms me.
What is that?
8 o'clock.
Lift yourself up, man. Have I not promised? Shall we eat?
Yes. What will your grace sing for us?
8 o'clock, you say? The tide will be changing. I was forgetting the tide. I'd better go.
I'm sorry, your grace.
I must catch the tide or I'll not be back to Richmond. Oh, no. Don't come. Tell Norfolk. Lady Alice. I was forgetting the tide. It will be changing. I forget, Lady Alice, how in your haven here, time to close past outside. Affairs call me to court, and so I bid you thanks and good night.
Good night, Your Grace.
Good night, your grace.
What's this? You crossed him.
Somewhat.
Why?
I couldn't find the other way.
You're too nice altogether, Thomas.
Woman, mind your house.
I am minding my
What
house.
do you want me to do?
Be rude.
If you won't rule him, be ruled.
I neither could nor would rule my king. But there's a little area, less smaller to him than a tennis court, where I must rule myself. Look, Alice, it was 8 o'clock, and Lady Anne likes to dance.
Oh?
I think so.
And you stand between them.
I? What stands between them is a sacrament of the church. I'm much less important than you think.
Thomas, stay friends with him.
Whatever can be done by smiling, you can trust me to do.
You don't know how to flatter.
I flatter very well. My recipe's beginning to be widely copied. Just the basic syrup with the soup sop of discreet impudence.
I wish you'd eaten here.
Yes, we shall be living on that simple supper of yours for a fortnight. Oh, Alice, set your mind at rest. This is not the stuff of which martyrs are made.
Sir Thomas.
Oh, no.
William, I told you not to.
I'm not easily told, Meg.
I asked you not to.
Meg, I'm full to hear.
It's not convenient.
Must everything be made convenient? I'm not a convenient man, Meg. I've got an inconvenient conscience.
Joshua's trumpet. One note in that brass conscience of yours, and my daughter's walls are down.
You raised her, sir.
How long have you been here? Were you with the King's company?
No, I'm not in the King's company. It is of that I wish to speak to you. My spirit is perturbed.
Is it well? Why?
I've been offered a seat in the next Parliament. Ought I to take it?
No. Well, that depends. Your current views on church reform, I think you should do yourself an awful lot of good in the next Parliament.
My views on the church, I must confess, since last we met, my views on the church have somewhat modified. I modify nothing concerning the body of the church. The money changers in the temple must be scourged from thence, with a scourge of fire if necessary, but an attack on the church herself, no. I see behind that an attack on God.
Roper?
The devil's work.
Roper?
To be done by the devil.
Roper, for heaven's sake, remember my office.
Oh, if you stand on office.
I do not stand upon it, but there are some things I must not hear.
Sophistication. It is what I was told. The court has corrupted you, Sir Thomas. You are not the man you were. You've learned to study your convenience. You've learned to flatter.
See, I have a reputation for it.
Young man, I was chanced I'd have you whipped.
Master Richard here, Sir Thomas. Good evening, Sir Thomas.
Good evening, Master Richard.
Good evening, Lady Alice. Lady Margaret.
Good evening, Master Rich.
Oh, do you know William Roper, the younger?
By reputation, of course.
Good evening, Master.
Rich.
Oh.
You've heard of me.
Yes.
More connections, I don't know what you could have heard. I sense I'm not welcome here.
Why, Richard, have you done anything which would make you feel unwelcome?
Why, do you suspect me of it?
I should begin to.
Master Cromwell is collecting information about you particularly.
I know it. Stay a moment, Matthew.
That's one of his sources!
Of course it is. That's one of my servants.
Signor Chapuis, the Spanish...
Collects information too. That's one of his basic functions.
You look at me as though I were the enemy!
Richard, you're shaking.
I'm adrift. Help me.
How?
Employ me.
No.
Employ me!
No.
I would be steadfast.
Richard, you couldn't answer yourself, even so far as tonight.
Arrest him.
Yes,
For what?
For libel. He's a spy.
he is. Arrest him.
Father, that man's bad.
There's no law against that.
But there is. God's law.
And God can arrest him.
Oh, sophistication upon sophistication.
No, sheer simplicity. The law, Roper. I know what's legal, not what's right. And I'll stick to what's legal.
Then you put man's law above God's.
No, far below. But let me draw your mind to a fact. I'm not God. The currents and eddies, right and wrong, that you find such plain sailing, I can't navigate. I'm no voyager. But in the thickets of the law, there I'm a forester. I don't believe there's a man alive who can follow me there, thank God.
While you talk, he is gone.
Go, he should worry the devil himself.
So now you give the devil the benefit of law.
Yes, what would you do? Cut a great road through the law to get after the devil?
I cut down every law in England to do that.
And when all the laws were flat, the devil turned round on you? Where would you hide? This country's thick with laws, from coast to coast. Man's laws, not God's. And if you cut them down, and you'd be just the man to do so, do you think you could stand in the winds that would blow then? Yes, I would give the devil benefit of the law, for my own safety's sake.
I have long suspected this. This is the golden calf. The law is your God.
No, God's my God. But I find him rather too subtle. I don't know where he is, nor what he wants.
My God wants service, to the end and unremitting, nothing else.
Are you sure that's God? Sounds like Moloch. But indeed he may be God. And whoever searches for me, Roper, be God or devil, find me hiding in the thickets of the law, I'll hide my daughter with me, not hoist her up the mast of your sea-going principles. They put about too nimbly.
That was hard.
What's happened here?
He can't abide a fool, let's all be off.
Hide you? Hide you from what?
He said nothing about hiding me, you notice? Oh. I've got too fat to hide, I suppose.
So you know he meant us both.
But from what?
I don't know! I don't know if he knows. He's not said one simple, direct word to me since this divorce came up. It's not God who's gone subtle, it's him.
Roper, that was harsh. Your principles are excellent. No, truly no. Your principles are fine. Now, we must make a start on all that supper.
Father, can't you be plain with us?
I stand on the wrong side of no statute and no common law. I have not disobeyed my sovereign, and I truly believe no man in England is as safe as myself. Now, we shall need your assistance, Will. There's an excellent burgundy if your principles permit.
They don't, sir.
I have some water with it.
Just the waters.
My poor boy.
Why does Cromwell collect information about you?
I'm a prominent figure. Someone somewhere is collecting information about Cromwell. Now, no more shirking. There's a roast swamp. Well, I trust you with my life, but not your principles. You see, we speak of being anchored to our principles, so when the weather turns nasty, you up with an anchor and let it down when there's less wind. And look, we say, we're anchored to our principles.
The royal subject. A publican. Oh, he's a deep one, that Sir Thomas More. Deep. It takes a lot of education to get a man as deep as that. And a deep nature to be able to. The likes of me can hardly be expected to follow the processes of a man like that. Can we? Right, ready? Ready, sir!
Is this a good place for conspiracy, innkeeper?
You asked for a private room, sir.
I want one without too many dark little corners.
I don't understand, sir. Just the four corners, as you can see.
You don't understand me.
That's right, sir.
Do you know who I am?
No, sir.
Don't be too tactful, innkeeper.
Don't understand, sir.
When the likes of you are too tactful, the likes of me begin to wonder who's the fool.
I just don't understand you, sir.
The master statements of us all. I don't understand. Alright, get on. Go on! Yes, it may be that I am a little intoxicated, but not with alcohol, with success. And who has a strong head for success? None of us gets enough of it, except kings. And they're born drunk.
Success? What success?
Yes,
Collector of revenues for York.
you do keep your ears to the ground, don't you? Enough.
What then?
Sir Thomas Patchett is retiring.
Secretary to the council.
It's astonishing, isn't it?
Oh, no, I mean, one sees it. It's only logical.
You see this proportion, as the king would say. Look, see how I trust you.
Oh, no, I would never repeat or report such a thing like that.
What sort of a thing would you repeat or report?
Well, nothing said in friendship. Of course, may I say friendship?
Be like? Do you truly believe that? That you never repeat or report anything said, etc.?
Yes.
Rich?
Well, yes.
Rich, seriously.
It would depend on what I was offered.
Don't say it just to please me.
No, it's true. It would depend on what I was offered.
Now, everyone knows it. Not everyone can say it. Well, congratulations.
On what?
I think you make a good collector of revenues for your diocese.
Is it in your gift?
Will be.
What do I have to do for it?
Oh, nothing. It isn't like that, Rich. There are no rules with rewards and penalties. So much wickedness, prejudice, so much worldly prospering. You sure you're not religious?
Almost sure.
Yeah, sure. No, it isn't like that. More of a matter of convenience. Administrative convenience. The normal aim of administration is to keep steady this factor of convenience, as Sir Thomas More would agree. Normally, when a man wants to change his woman, you let him if it's convenient, and you prevent him if it's not. Normally, indeed, the matter is of so little importance that you could leave it to the priests. However, the constant factor is his element of convenience.
Whose convenience?
Out. But everyone's too. Now, in the present instance, the man who wants to change his woman was our sovereign Lord King Harry, by the grace of God, the 8th of that name. Which is a quaint way of saying that if he wants to change his woman, he will. So that becomes a constant factor. And it becomes our job as administrators to make it as convenient as we can. And I say our job on the presumption that you take this post that York have offered you.
Yes, yes, yes.
It's a bad sign when people are depressed by their own good fortune.
I'm not depressed.
You look depressed.
I'm lamenting. I've lost my innocence.
You lost that some time ago. You've only just noticed, it comes to that important.
Well, that's true, that's true.
We experience a sense of freshness, as of open air, do we not?
Collector of revenues isn't bad.
Not bad for a start. Now, our new Lord Chancellor, there's an innocent man.
The odd thing is, he is.
Yes, I say he is. The trouble is, his innocence is tangled up with the proposition that you can't change a woman without a divorce. You can't get a divorce unless the Pope says so. And although His present holiness is, judged even by the most liberal standards, a strikingly corrupt old person, he still has this word Pope attached to him. And from this meaningless circumstance, I expect some degree of...
Administrative inconvenience.
Just so. That silver goblet he gave you, how much was it worth? Come along, Rich. He gave you a silver goblet. How much was it?
50 shillings.
Could you take me to the shop?
Yes.
Where did he get it? It was a gift from a woman, a litigant, was it not?
Yes.
Which court? Chancery. No, don't get drunk. From which court was the woman's case?
Court of requests.
There. That wasn't too painful.
No.
That's all there is. We'll find it easier next time.
What applications do they have, these tidbits of information you collect?
None at all, usually.
But sometimes.
There are these men. Constant, steadfast, upright men who want to make themselves the factor in the situation. Well, they can't. The situation rolls forward in any case.
What happens then?
If any sense, they get out of the way.
What if they haven't any sense?
None at all. They're only fit for heaven. But Sir Thomas More has sense. He can be frightened.
Don't forget, he's an innocent, Master Cromwell.
I think we'll stop there for tonight. After all, he is Lord Chancellor.
You wouldn't find him easy to frighten. You've mistaken your man this time. He doesn't know how to be frightened.
He doesn't know how to be frightened. Then he's never put his hand in a candle, has he?
Ah! You enjoyed that? You enjoyed it!
The intermission started early in the year 1530, and now it's 1532. 2 years. During that time, a lot of waters flowed under the bridge, and one of the things that have come floating along it is the Church of England, that finest flower of our island, genius for compromise. That system, particular to these shores, the despair of foreign observers, which deflects the currents of religious passion down the channels of moderation. That's very well put. Typically, this great effect was achieved not by bloodshed, but by simple act of parliament. Only an unhappy few dealing with an age less fastidious than our own. Imprisonment without trial, and even examinations under torture were common practice.
Must you wear those clothes, Will?
Yes, I must.
Why?
The time has come for decent men to declare their allegiance.
What allegiance are those designed to express?
My allegiance to the church.
Well, you look like a Spaniard.
All credit to Spain, then.
You wouldn't have lasted 6 months in Spain. You'd have been burned alive during your heretic period.
I suppose you have the right to remind me of it. The chain of office you wear is a degradation.
I've told you, the bishops and convocation submit this morning. I'll take it off. It's no degradation. Great men have worn it.
When do you expect to hear from the bishops?
About now. I was promised an immediate response.
I don't see what difference convocation can make. The church is already a wing of the palace, is it not? The king already its supreme head, is he not?
No.
You're denying the act of supremacy.
No, I'm not. The Act says that
The king is the supreme head of the church
in England as far as the law of God allows. How far the law of God does allow it remains a matter of opinion, because the law doesn't state it.
A legal quibble.
Call it what you like. It's there, thank God.
Very well. In your opinion, how far does the law of God allow this?
I'll keep my opinion to myself, thank you, Rupert.
Yes, I'll tell you mine.
No, don't. Well, it's what I think it is. It's high treason. You must remember that you have a wife now. You may have children.
Why must we remember that?
To keep myself discreet.
Then I'd rather you forget it.
You are either idiots or children.
What's it, my lord?
Senor Chapuis.
Your father, Senor Chapuis, has come to see you. Or saints, my lord, or saints.
Yes, quite right. William, do turn your head a little. Yes, I do detect a faint radiance. You should have told us.
Come, my lord. You too at this time cannot be free from some suspicion of saintliness.
I don't like the sound of that, Your Excellency. What do you require of me?
May I not come simply to pay my respects to the English Socrates, as I see your indulgent friend Erasmus calls you?
Yes, I'll think of something presently to call around. Socrates, I've no taste for hemlock, Your Excellency, if that's what you require.
Heaven forbid!
Amen.
Must I require anything? After all, we are brothers in the church, you and I.
Yes, characteristic we share with the rest of humanity. You live in Cheapside, do you not, Senor? To make contact with the brother in Christ, you need only to open your window and empty a chamber pot. There was no need to come to Chelsea. William, the Spanish ambassador, is here on business. Would you mind?
Oh no, I protest.
He's clearly here on business.
But really, I protest. Dominus vobiscum filii me.
Et cum spiritu tuo, Excellencies.
And how much longer shall we be hearing that holy language in these shores?
'Tisn't holy, Your Excellency, merely old.
My lord, I cannot believe you allow yourself to be associated with the real acts of King Henry in respects of Queen Catherine.
Subjects are associated with the actions of their kings willy-nilly.
The Lord Chancellor is no ordinary subject. He bears responsibility for what is done.
Have you considered that what may have been done badly under the current Chancellor would have been done worse under a different one?
Believe me, my lord, your influence in these policies has been much searched for, and where it has been found, it has been praised. But there comes a point, does there not,
Yes, there does come such a point.
when the suffering of one unfortunate lady swells to an open attack on the religion of an entire country. That point has been passed. Beyond that point, Sir Thomas, one is not merely compromised, one is in truth corrupted.
What do you want?
Rumor has it that if the church in convocation has submitted to the king, you will resign.
And if this rumor proved to be true, would you approve of it?
Approve, applaud, admire.
Why?
These would show one man, and that man known to be temperate, unable to go further with this wickedness.
And that man to be Chancellor of England too.
Believe me, my lord, such a signal would be seen.
Signal?
Yes, it would be seen and understood.
By who?
By half your fellow countrymen.
Ah,
Sir Thomas, I have just returned from Yorkshire and Northumberland. ready.
Ready? Ready for what?
Resistance.
Resist. By what means? By force of arms?
We are joined by St. Paul to don the arms when occasion warrants.
Metaphorical arms, the breastplate of righteousness and the helmet of salvation. Are you referring to a metaphorical resistance?
He shall flee the iron weapons, and the bow of steel shall strike him through.
I see.
Sir Thomas. Oh, excuse me, sir. His Grace the Duke of Norfolk. It's all over, sir.
One moment, Roper. I'll do this. Thomas? Oh.
I was on the point of leaving, Your Grace. Just a personal call. I've been trying to borrow a book without success. You're sure you have no copy? Then I'll leave you. Gentlemen, ladies.
Sir Thomas.
I'll do it, Roper. Convocation's knuckled under, Thomas. They're to pay a fine of £100,000 and we've severed the connection with Rome.
Connection with Rome. That's nice. Connection with Rome.
Your Grace, this is quite certain, is it?
Yes. Funny company, Thomas?
Oh, it's quite unintentional. It doesn't mean to be funny. Help me with this.
Not hot.
Shall I, sir?
No, thank you, Will. Alice?
Lord, no. Thomas, you're taken for a wise man. Is this wisdom? To betray your ability, abandon practice, forget your station and your duty to your kin. Behave like a printed book.
Meg? Will you?
If you want.
There's my clever girl.
Thomas, why? Make me understand, because I'll tell you from where I stand, this looks like cowardice.
Alright. I will. This isn't reformation. This is war upon the church. Our king, Norfolk, has declared war on the Pope, because the Pope will not declare that our queen is not his wife.
And is she?
I'll answer that to one man, the king. That in private too.
And you're cautious.
Yes, and not one of your hawks.
All right, we're at war with the Pope. The Pope's a prince, isn't he?
Yeah?
And a bad one?
Bad enough. But the theory is he's also the vicar of God, descendant of St. Peter, our only link with Christ.
Tenuously.
Tenuous indeed.
Does this make sense? You'll forfeit all you've got, which includes the respect of your country, for a theory?
The apostolic succession of the church. It's a theory. Yeah. Can't see it. Can't touch it. It's a theory. But what matters to me is not whether it's right or wrong. Rather that I believe it. Or rather that I believe it. I made myself obscure.
Perfectly.
Good. Obscurity is of what we have need of now.
Thomas, this isn't Spain, you know.
Have I your word that what is said here has no existence beyond these walls?
Very well.
And if the king should command you to repeat what has been said,
I should keep my word to you.
and where has become of your oath of obedience to the king?
You lay traps for
I
me.
show you the time,
Why do you insult me with these glorious tricks?
because I'm afraid.
Here's your answer. The king accepts your resignation very sadly. He is mindful of your past goodness, and in any matter concerning your honor and welfare, he will be your good lord. So much for you to fear.
You will convey my humble gratitude.
I will. Good day, Lady Alice. I'd rather deal with you than your husband.
Norfolk, Signor Chapuis tells me he's just made it before in the North Country. He thinks we shall have trouble there, and so do I.
Yes, kind of trouble.
The church, the old church, not the new church, is very strong up there. Keep an eye on the Scottish border this next spring, and bear in mind the old alliance.
We will. We do. As for the Spaniard, Thomas, perhaps it will relieve your mind to know that one of Secretary Cromwell's agents made a tour with him.
I see. Cromwell has matters in hand.
He has.
I can imagine.
Well, thanks for the information. It's good to know you still have some vestige of patriotism.
That's a remarkably foolish observation, Norfolk.
So there's an end of you. What will you do now? Sit by the fire and make goslings in the ash?
Not at all, Alice. In fact, I'll write a bit. I'll write, I'll read, I'll think. I think I'll learn to fish. I'll play with my grandchildren when Sandroper's done his duty. Shall I teach you to read, Alice?
Lord, no.
What about you, Will? You're pleased with me, I hope.
Sir, you've made a noble gesture.
Gesture? I make no gesture. It wasn't possible to continue, Will. I hope it's known I make no gesture. Alice, I wouldn't do this to you for a gesture. That's a gesture. That's a gesture. I'm not some street acrobat to make gestures. I'm a practical man.
You belittle yourself, sir. This was not practical. This was moral.
Ah, now I see you, Will. Morality's not practical. Morality's a gesture. Complicated gesture, learned from books. That's what you say, Alice, isn't it? Do you, Meg?
It is for most of us, Father.
Oh, please, humility. Ah, cruel family.
Oh, yes, you can fit the cap on anyone you want. I know that well enough. If there's cruelty in this house, I know where to look for it.
No, Mother.
Oh, you'd walk to the bottom of the sea and think yourself a crab if he suggested it. And you dance him to the tower. You dance him to the block like David with a harp, scattering hymn books in his path. Oh, silly man. You think they'll leave you here to learn to fish?
We govern our tongues. They will. Now listen. I have a word to say about that. I've resigned. That's all. From the king's supremacy, and the divorce which he'll now make, and the marriage which he'll now have. Have you heard me make any statement?
No. And if I'm to lose my rank and fall to housekeeping, I want to know the reason. So make a statement now.
No. Alice, accept it from me. Point of law. My safety is in my silence. My silence must be absolute. It must extend also to you.
In short, you don't trust us.
Man would have to be half-witted not to trust you. But look, I'm the King's head Chief Justice. I'm Master Cromwell. I'm the Lord Chief Jailer. And I take your hand and I place it on the Bible on the blessed cross. And I say, woman, has your husband made a statement on these matters? Now, in the peril of your soul, remember, what's your answer?
No.
So it must remain. Oh, it's only a lifeline, and we shan't have to use it. But it's comfortable to have. No, when they find I'm silent, they'll think of nothing better but to keep me silent. You'll see.
Sir, the household's in the kitchen. We want to know what's happening.
Yeah. They'll mostly have to go, my dear, but not before we find them all places.
We can't find places for them all.
Yes, we can. You go and tell them. Go and tell them. Yeah.
Oh, Lord, it comes on us quickly.
What about you, Matthew? It will be a smaller household now, and for you, I'm afraid, a smaller wage. Will you stay?
I don't see how I could then, sir.
You are a single man.
Well, yes, but...
Quite right. Why should you? I shall miss you, Matthew.
No, sir. You never have much time for me, sir. You see through me, sir. I know that.
I shall miss you, Matthew. I shall miss you.
Now, damn me! Isn't that them all over? Miss me? What's in me for him to miss? Oh. I nearly fell for it. Matthew, would you kindly take a cut in your wages? No, Sir Thomas, I will not. That's it. And that's all of it. All right, so he's a bit down on his luck. I'm sorry. I don't mind saying that. I'm sorry. Bad luck. If I had any good luck to spare, he could have some. I wish we all had good luck all the time. I wish we had wings. I wish rainwater was beer. But it ain't. And what's with not having wings, but walking on our And good luck and bad luck being just exactly even Steven, and rain being water, don't you complicate the job by putting things in me for me to miss. I did, you know? I nearly fell for it.
But he makes no noise, Master Secretary. He's silent. Why not leave him silent?
Not being a man of letters, Your Grace, perhaps don't realize the extent of his reputation. This silence of his is bellowing up and down Europe. Now, let me recapitulate. He told you of his conversation with the Spanish ambassador, informed of the Spaniards' tour of the North Country, warned against a possible rebellion there.
He did.
You may say then that he showed himself hostile to the hopes of Spain.
Well, that's what I say.
Bear with me, Your Grace. Now, if he opposes Spain, surely he supports us. Surely that follows, unless he sees some third alternative.
No, that's the line I've already. And may I say, Thomas More.
Thomas More will line up on the right side.
Yes. Crank he may be, traitor he is not.
With a little pressure, may God be God to say so. That's all we need. A brief declaration of loyalty to the present administration.
I still say let's slip to God's side.
The king does not agree with you.
What kind of pressure do you think he's going to bear?
I have evidence that Thomas, during the period of his judicature, accepted bribes.
What? No way! He was the only judge since Cato who didn't accept bribes. When was their last chancellor whose total possessions after 3 years in office was 100 pounds and a gold chain?
Richard, it is, as you imply, common practice, but practice may be common and remain an offence. This offence can send a man to the tower.
I don't believe it.
Ah, Richard, you know his grace, of course?
Indeed, yes, we're old friends. Used to
Come here. This woman's name is Catherine Auger. She is from Lincoln. She submitted a case in the court of
A
request.
property case it was.
Be quiet. She submitted a property case in the court of request in April of 1526.
And got a wicked false judgment.
And got an impeccably correct judgment from our friend Sir Thomas.
No, sir, it was not.
We're not concerned with the judgment he gave you, but with the gift you gave the judge. Tell the gentleman about that. The judgment, for what it's worth, was the right one.
No, sir. I sent him a cup, sir. An Italian silver cup I bought in Lincoln for 100 shillings.
Did Sir Thomas accept it?
I sent it.
He did accept it. We can corroborate that. There you go. Go.
Is that your witness?
By an odd coincidence, the cup later came in the hands of Master Ritchie.
How? He gave it to me. Can you corroborate that?
We have a fellow outside who can. He was more steward at the time. Shall I call him in?
Don't bother, I know him. When did Sir Thomas give you this thing?
Don't exactly remember, Your Grace.
We'll make an effort. Wait, I can tell you. It was that evening that we were there together. You had a company when you left. Was that it? Maybe. Did he often give you cups?
I don't suppose so, Your Grace.
That was it. And that was the April 26th, the very month that cow first heard her case before him. In other words, the very moment that he knew it was a bribe, he got rid of it.
Facts will bear that interpretation, I suppose.
This is a poor fellow. Run, Master Secretary.
Just a travel on to your grace. We'll find something better.
Look here, Cromwell. I want no part of this.
You have no choice.
What's that you say?
The king particularly wishes you to be active in the matter.
He has not told me that.
Indeed? He told me.
But why?
We feel that, given your friendship with Sir Thomas, your participation will show that there is nothing in the nature of persecution, but merely the strict processes of law, as indeed you've just demonstrated. I'll tell the king of your friendship, if you want. Tell him that you want no part of it too.
You threaten me, Cromwell?
My dear Lord, this isn't Spain.
I'm sorry, Secretary. I'd forgotten he was there that night.
Let's try to remember these things.
Secretary, I'm sincerely...
Not such a fool as he looks, did you?
That would hardly be possible, Secretary.
Thomas will be a slippery fish to catch. We need a net with a fine mesh.
Yes, Secretary.
We run for him together, shall we? You and I?
I'm only anxious to do what is right, Secretary.
Yes, Rich. I know. be done by law. Just a matter of finding the right law. Bring my papers, will you?
We have a word now, sir.
Oh, you don't require your help after all, Matthew?
No, sir, but about...
Oh. Yes, well, I begin to need a steward, certainly to my needs. Custom is expanding. As I recall, Matthew, your attitude toward me was sometimes disrespectful.
Oh, I must contradict you there, sir. That's your imagination. In those days, sir, you still had your way to make. And a gentleman in that position, sir, often imagines these things. Then, when he rises to his proper level, sir, stops thinking about them. Well, I don't suppose you find people disrespectful nowadays, do you, sir?
Maybe something of that. Bring me my papers. I'll permit no breath of insolence.
Oh, I should hope not, sir. Oh, I can manage this one. He's just my size. Sir Thomas Moores again. Gone down a bit.
My husband is coming down, Your Excellency,
Thank you, madam.
and I beg you be gone before he does.
Madam, I'm a royal commission to perform.
Ah, you said so.
For sheer barbarity, commend me to a good-hearted Englishwoman of a certain class.
It's very bad, Your Excellency.
Yes, I remember when these rooms were warm enough.
Thus it is to incur the enmity of a king.
Head to king. Yes, Sir Thomas is a good man.
Yes, Excellency, I like Sir Thomas very much.
Carefully, carefully.
It is uncomfortable dealing with him, isn't it?
Goodness can be a difficulty.
Excellency?
In the long run, of course, all good men everywhere are allies of Spain. No good man cannot be. No man that is not can be good.
But he really is for us.
He is opposed to Cromwell, is he not?
Oh, yes, Excellency.
If he is opposed to Cromwell, then he is for us. There is no third alternative. Oh, I wish your mother had chosen some other profession for you. You have no political sense whatsoever. So, Thomas,
Is this another personal visit, Chapuis, or is it official?
both between the two.
Official, then.
No, I have a personal letter for you.
From who?
From my master, the King of Spain. Will you take it?
No, I will not lay a finger on it.
Sir Thomas, is in no way a fair state. Expresses my master's admiration for the stand you've taken over this.
I've taken no stand.
But your views,
My
Sir Thomas.
views are very much guessed at. Oh,
They
come,
are-
sir, could you undertake to convince King Harry that this letter is in no way an affair of the state?
My dear Sir Thomas, I've taken extreme precautions. I've come very much incognito, very nearly in the sky.
Oh, you misunderstand me. It's not a matter of your precautions, but my duty, which would be to take this letter directly to the king.
But Sir Thomas, your views.
Oh, well known as you say. It appears my loyalty is less so.
Look, Father,
Oh,
Bill's getting more.
well done. Is it dry? It is. It's bracken, Your Excellency. We burn it. Look, Alice.
Ah,
There. This is a letter from the King of Spain. I have declined it. I want you to see that the seal has not been broken. I wish I could ask you to stay, Your Excellency, but the bracken fire is a luxury.
one I must forgo. Come. May I say that my master's admiration will not be diminished.
I am gratified.
The man's utterly unreliable.
Luxury.
There's not much thought in it for you, Alice, is there? Look, the money from the bishops, I wish I could take it. I do. But I can't.
I didn't think you would.
There are reasons.
And we don't go so deep into your confidence as to know these reasons. Why a man in poverty couldn't take full £1,000.
This isn't poverty.
Do you know what we shall eat tonight?
Yes. Parsnips.
Yes. Parsnips. And stinking mutton! For a knight's lady.
But the still be merry.
Mary.
Aye, merry.
I think you should be fine, Father.
You see, if I'm paid by the church for my writing,
This has nothing to do with your writings. This was charity, pure and simple, collected from the clergy high and low.
it will appear as payment.
What man deals in appearances?
Am I not, though? If the king takes it any further with the church or with me, it will be very bad if I even appear to be in the payments of the church.
That.
If you will have it, dangerous.
But you don't write against the king.
I write. That's enough in times like these.
You said there was no danger.
I didn't think there was, and I don't want there to be.
There's a gentleman here from Hampton Court. You are to go before Secretary Cromwell to answer certain charges.
Well, that's all right. We expected that. When?
Now,
It's all right, Alice. That's just technique. Well, I suppose now means now.
Can I come with you?
Oh, no, I'll be back before dinner. I'll bring Cromwell to dinner, shall I? It would serve him right. Why not? Which what's in question?
while we are witty, the devil may enter us unaware.
Oh, he's not a devil's son, Roper. He's a lawyer. My case is watertight.
You say he's a very penetrating lawyer.
Cromwell? Who? He's a pragmatist. And that's the only connection to the devil, son Roper. He's a pragmatist. The merest plumber.
I'm sorry to invite you here at such short notice, Sir Thomas. Good of you to come. Will you take a seat? Thank you, Madam Master Rich.
Why, yes. We're all friends.
Master Rich will be making a record of our conversation.
Good of you to tell me, Master Secretary.
Believe me, Sir Thomas. No, it's asking too much. But let me tell you all the same. You have no more sincere admirer than myself. Not yet, Rich. Not yet.
If I might hear the charge.
Charges.
I understand there are some charges.
Certain ambiguities of behavior I would like to clarify are hardly charges.
Make a note of that, if you will, Master Rich. No charges.
Sir Thomas, you know it amazes me that you, who were once so effective in the world, and are now so much removed from it, could impose yourself the entire movements of the times.
It amazes me too.
And yet, do you know that even now, if you were to ally yourselves with the bishops, the universities, and the parliaments of this realm, there is nothing that the king would demand.
I am very well acquainted with His Grace's generosity.
Very well. You've heard of the so-called Holy Maid of Kent, who was executed for prophesying against the king?
Yes, I knew the poor woman.
You sympathize with her?
Ah, who is ignorant, misguided, a bit mad, I think. She was paid for her folly. Naturally, I sympathize with her.
You admit meeting her. You met her, and yet you did not warn the king of her treason.
She spoke no treason. Our conversation was not political.
My dear Moore, the woman was notorious. Do you
Yeah.
expect me to believe that?
Happily, there are witnesses.
You wrote a letter to her?
Yes, I wrote advising her to abstain from meddling in the affairs of princes and the state. I have a copy of this letter, also witnessed.
You have been cautious.
Yes, I like to keep my affairs regular.
Thomas, there's a more serious charge.
Charge?
For want of a better word. In May of 1526, the king published a book, theological work, called In a Defense of the Seven Sacraments.
Yes, for which he was named Defender of the Church by His Holiness the Pope.
By the Bishop of Rome. Or, do you insist on Pope?
Bishop of Rome, if you like. It doesn't alter his authority.
Thank you. You come to the point very readily. What is his authority? Particularly as it pertains to the church in other parts in Europe. For example, the church in England. What is the Bishop of Rome's authority?
You will find that very clearly laid out and defended, Master Secretary, in the King's book.
The book published under the king's name would be more accurate. You wrote that book.
I wrote no part of it.
I do not mean to say that you actually held the pen.
I merely answered, to the best of my ability, certain questions on canon law, which His Majesty put to me, as I was bound to do.
Do you deny that you instigated it?
It was from the first to last King's Own project. Master Cromwell, this is trivial.
I should not think so if I were in your place.
Only two men know the truth of this matter, myself and the King, and whatever he may have told you to support this argument, he will not give evidence for it.
Why not?
Because evidence is given on oath, and the King will not perjure himself. If you do not yet know him, you do not yet know him.
Thomas, is there anything you wish to tell me about the king's marriage with Queen Anne?
I understood I was not to be asked this again.
Evidently you understood wrongly. These charges.
Charges! Terrors for children, Master Cromwell. An empty cupboard to frighten children, not me.
True, Sir Thomas. Very apt. Frighten the man, there must be something in there.
And there is nothing in it.
For the moment there is this. I charge you with great ingratitude. I remind you of gifts graciously given and ill received. A king of England never had, nor could have, so traitorous a subject, nor so malicious a servant as yourself. These words, Sir Thomas, are not mine, but the king's own. Believe that.
I do. I recognize the style. So, I am brought here at last.
Brought. You brought yourself to where you stand now.
Still, in another sense, I was brought.
Ah, yes. Very well. You may go home now. For the present. I do not like him so well as I did. There's a man who raises the gale and won't come out to the harbor.
Do you still think you can frighten him?
No. I'm just using his intelligence.
What will you do now, then?
I'll be quiet, Rich. I'll do whatever's necessary. The king was a man of conscience, and so he wants Sir Thomas More either to bless his marriage or Sir Thomas More destroy it. Either will do.
You seem all alternatives ready to it.
Do they? That's because you're not a man of conscience. If the king destroys a man, let's prove to him it must have been a bad man. The sort of man a man of conscience ought to destroy. And a bad man's blessing is not worth having. So, either will do. Oh, there's no going back now. I find we've made ourselves the keepers of the king's conscience, and it's ravenous.
Boat! 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 Come along now. It's not as bad as all that. Howard, I can't get home. They won't bring me a boat. Is it as bad as that?
It's every bit as bad as that.
And then it's good of you to be seen with me.
I followed you,
Were you followed?
probably. So listen what I have to say. You're behaving like a fool. You're behaving like a creep. You're not behaving like a gentleman. It's all right. That means nothing to you. But what about your friends?
What about them?
You're dangerous to know.
Don't know me.
There's something further. You must have realized by now there's a policy with regards to you. The king is using me in it.
That's clever. That's Cromwell. Between the upper and nether millstones, then.
I am.
Howard, you must cease to know me.
I do know you.
I
I
mean-
wish I didn't, but I do.
I mean as a friend.
You are my friend.
Howard, I can't relieve you of your obedience to the king. So you must relieve yourself of our friendship. No man's safe now, and you have a son.
You might as well advise a man to change the color of his hair. I'm fond of you, and there it is. And you're fond of me, and there it is.
Well, what's to be done then?
Give in.
Well, you might as well advise a man to change the color of his eyes. Our friendship's more mutable than that.
Oh, that's immutable, is it? The one fixed point in a world of changing friendships is that Thomas More will not give in.
To me, it has to be. Affection runs as deep in you as me, I think. But only God is love right through. And that's myself.
And who are you? It's so disproportionate. We're supposed to be the proud, splenetic ones, and we've all given in. Why must you stand out? You'll break my heart.
Howard, we'll do it now. Part as friends and we'll meet as strangers.
Daft! Thomas, why do you want to take your friendship from me? For friendship's sake! You say we'll meet as strangers, and every word you said confirms our friendship.
That can be remedied. Howard, you're a fool.
You can't place a quarrel. You haven't the style.
Hear me out. You and your class, given in, as you rightly call it, because the religion of this country means nothing to you one way or another.
That's a foolish saying for a start. The
The nobility of England would have snored through the Sermon on the Mount, my lord. But you will labour like Thomas Aquinas over a rat dog's pedigree. Now what's the name of those creatures you're breeding at the moment?
An artificial quarrel's not a quarrel.
Don't deceive yourself, my lord. We've had a quarrel since the day we first met. Our friendship was but sloth.
You can be cruel when you combine me, but I've always known that.
What are the name of those creatures? Bog beagles? Marsh mastiffs?
Water spaniels!
Aye! And what would you do with the spaniel that was afraid of water? You'd hang it. And so is a spaniel to water, so is a man to his own self. I don't despise this act, because I do. I do. Not my pride, not my spleen, not any of the other my appetites, but I do. I.
Father!
Is there no single sin in the midst of all this? There's no other purpose, no other appetites in Norfolk, but just is Norfolk.
Thomas?
There is, my lord, and so give that some exercise.
Thomas?
Because as you stand, you'll go before our Maker in an ill condition.
Now steady,
And
Thomas!
you'll have to think that somewhere across your pedigree,
Father, what was that?
that was Norfolk.
Did you know, sir? Have you heard? You told him?
Been looking for you, Father.
There's to be a new act in Parliament, sir.
New act.
Yes, sir, about the marriage.
Ah,
By this act, they're to administer an oath.
an oath. What is the oath?
Well, it's under compulsion of treason.
What is the word?
We don't need to know the wording. We know what it will mean.
It will mean what the word states. Oath to me. You copy it down.
There's one coming out of the city.
Let's go home to study it. I don't have a boat.
Father, he tried to hit you.
Yes, spoke slightingly of water spaniels. Now listen, Will. You too, mate. You know I know you well. God made angels for their splendor. He made animals for their innocence and plants for their simplicity. But man he made to serve him wittily in a tangle of his mind. And if he suffers us to fall to such a case, there is no escaping. Then we may stand to our tackle, and then we may clamour like champions if we have the spittle for it. No doubt it pleases God to see such splendour, where he only looks for complexity. But it's God's part, not our own, to bring ourselves to that extremity. Our natural business lies in escaping. So let us go home, study this bill.
Now look, I don't suppose anyone enjoyed that any more than he did. Well, not much. Jailer, the pay scale being what it is, they had to take a rather common type of man into the prison service. But it's a job. A bit nearer the knuckle than most, perhaps, but it's a job like any other job. They'd let him out if they could. But for various reasons, they cannot. I'd let him out, if I could. But I can't. Not without ending up in there myself. And he's in there already. So what would be the point? You know the old mine, and that's about it. With reference to the old adage, Thomas Cromwell was found guilty of high treason and executed on the 28th of July, 1540. Norfolk was found guilty of high treason and should have been executed on the 27th of January, 1547, but on the night of the 26th January, the king died of syphilis and wasn't able to sign the warrant. Thomas Cranmer, the Archbishop of Canterbury, that's the other one, was burned alive on the 21st of March, 1556. Oh, Richard Rich became a knight and solicitor general, a baron, and Lord Chancellor, and died in his bed, and so did I, and so, I hope, will all of you. Wake up, Sir Thomas.
What time is it?
1 o'clock, sir.
Oh, it's iniquitous.
Sir,
I'm coming. Who's that?
the secretary, the duke, and the archbishop.
I'm flattered.
A seat for the prisoner. This is the 7th commission to inquire into the case of Sir Thomas More, appointed by His Majesty's High Council. Have you anything to say?
No, thank you.
Please. Look, Mr. Secretary.
Sir Thomas, do the witnesses attend?
Mr. Secretary.
Sir?
Closer. Come where you can hear. Sir Thomas, have you seen this document before?
Yes, I have.
This is the Act of Supremacy. These are the names of people who have sworn to it.
I have, as you stated, seen it before.
Will you swear to it?
No.
Thomas, we must know plainly whether you...
Your Grace, please.
Master Cromwell.
I beg your grace's pardon.
Thomas, we must know plainly whether or not you recognize the offspring of Queen Anne as heirs to His Majesty.
King and Parliament tells me they are. Of course I recognise them.
Will you swear that you do?
Yes.
Then why will you not swear to the act?
Because there's more than that in the Act.
Is that it?
Yes.
Then we need to find out what it is in the act that he objects to.
Brilliant!
Your Grace, may I try?
Certainly, I have no pretension to be an expert in police work.
Sir Thomas, it states in the preamble that the king's former marriage to the Lady Catherine is unlawful, she being previously his brother's wife, and the Pope having no authority to sanction it. Is this what you deny? Is this what you dispute? Is this what you are not sure of?
Thomas, you insult the king and his council in the presence of the Lord Archbishop?
I insult no one. I will not swear to the oath. I will not tell you why I will not swear to the oath.
Your reasons must be treasonable.
Not must be, maybe.
Well, it's a fair assumption.
The law requires more than an assumption. The law requires a fact.
I cannot judge your legal standing in this case, but unless I know the grounds of your objections, I can only guess your spiritual standing too.
If you're willing to guess at that, you may be willing to guess at my objections.
You do have objections to the Act.
Well, we know that, Cromwell.
You don't, my lord. All you know is that I will not swear to the oath, from sheer delight to give you trouble, though it may be.
Is it material why you won't?
It's much material. For so long as I refuse to swear to the oath, my goods are forfeit, and I am condemned with life imprisonment. You cannot legally harm me any further. But supposing you are right in that I had objections, and supposing again you are right in that these objections were treasonous, the law would let you cut my head off.
Well, I've been trying to make that clear to His Grace for some time.
Oh, confound all of this! I know I'm not a scholar, as Master Cromwell never ceases to remind me, and frankly, I don't know whether or not the marriage was lawful, but come on, Thomas! Look at these names, you know these men! Can't you do what I did, and sign for fellowship?
When we stand before God, and you go to paradise for doing according to your conscience, and I am damned for not doing according to mine, Will you come with me also for friendship?
So those of us whose names are there are damned, Sir Thomas?
I don't know, Your Excellency. I condemn no one. I have no window to another man's soul.
But the matter is capable of question.
Certainly.
But that you owe obedience to your king is not capable of question. So weigh a doubt against a certainty and sign.
Some men think that the earth is round. Some think that it is flat. If it is flat, will the king's command make it round? And if it is round, will the king's command flatten it?
So you have
No, I will not sign.
So you have more regard to your own doubt than the king's command.
For myself, I have no doubt.
No doubt of what?
No doubts of my grounds for refusing the act. Grounds which you will not prick out of me, Master Secretary.
Thomas.
So, can't I go to bed?
You don't seem to appreciate the seriousness of your situation.
I defy anyone to live in that cell for over a year and not appreciate the seriousness of his condition.
Yet the state has harsher
You
punishments.
threaten like a dockside bully,
How should I threaten?
like a minister of state, with justice.
Justice is what you're threatened with.
Then I'm not threatened.
Master Cromwell, I think the prisoner may retire as he requests. Unless you, my lord.
No, I see no reason to prolong this interview.
Good night, Thomas.
Gentlemen, might I have one or two more books?
You have books?
Yes.
You didn't know. You shouldn't have.
Can I see my family?
No. Jenna,
Sir?
have you heard the prisoner speak about the king's supremacy of the church, the king's divorce, the king's marriage?
No, sir, not a word.
If you do, you report to the lieutenant immediately.
Of course, sir.
You will swear an oath to that effect.
Certainly, sir.
Archbishop?
Place your left hand on this. Raise your right hand. Take your hat off. Say after me. I swear upon my immortal soul
I swear upon my immortal soul
that I will report truly anything said by Sir Thomas More against the King, the Council,
or the
the
state
State
of
of
the
the
realm.
realm. So help me God. Amen.
There's 50 guineas in it if you do.
That's not to tempt you to perjury, man.
No, sir. 50 guineas isn't tempting. 50 guineas is alarming. They've left that strange, but 50, that's serious money. If it's worth that much now, it's worth my neck presently. I want no part of it. They can sort it out between them. I feel my deafness coming on.
Richard, tomorrow morning we'll move the prisoner's books.
Is that necessary?
Lawful. With regard to this case, the king is becoming impatient.
I, with you.
With all of us. You know the king's impatience, how commodious it is.
Secretary,
Yeah?
Sir Redvers Llewellyn has retired. The General Attorney for Wales, his post is vacant. You said I might approach you.
Not now, Rich. You must admit, the alternatives are bad. When Moore's alive, the king's conscience breaks into fresh, stinking flowers every time he gets from bed. But I feel that, if I bring about Moore's death, glad for my own. No, there's no other good solution. We must submit. No, the king will not permit it. We have to find some gentler way.
Wake up, Sir Thomas. Your family's here.
They can come see me. They haven't put you in here, have they?
No, sir. Just a visit. A short one.
Let me have
Yes, sir. I'm glad to let you out.
Morning, Father. Morning. Morning. Morning, Will. Morning, Alice.
Husband, how do you do?
Very well now. Well,
This is an awful place.
except it's keeping me from you, my dear. It's not that bad. Like any other place.
It drips.
Yes. Too near the river.
We've brought you some things. Some cheese
Cheese.
and a custard.
Custard.
And these other things.
bottle of wine.
Bless you. Well?
Sir, come out. Swear to the act. Take the oath and come out.
That's why they've let you come.
Yes, Meg's under oath to persuade you.
That was silly, Meg. How did you come to do that?
I wanted to.
You want me to swear to the act of succession?
God more regards the thoughts of the heart than the words of the mouth. Or so you've always told me.
Yes.
Then say the words of the oath, and in your heart think otherwise.
What is an oath but the words we say to God?
That's very neat.
You mean it isn't true?
Oh, it's
And then it's a poor argument to call it neat, Meg. Look, when a man takes an oath, he takes himself in his hands, like water. And if he opens his hands, he needn't hope to find himself again. Some men aren't capable of this. It'd be loath to think your father one of them.
so should I.
Then,
There's something else I've been thinking.
yes,
In any state that was cast good, you'd be raised up high for what you've done already. Not here.
sure.
It's not your fault the state's 3/4 wrong.
No,
And if you elect to suffer for it, you elect yourself a hero.
that's very neat, Meg. But look, we lived in a world where common sense was profitable, virtue was good, and greed would make us saintly, and we lived like animals or angels in a world that needs no heroes. But since you see that avarice and anger and lust and stupidity and sloth commonly profit far beyond justice and charity and chastity and thoughts that think to be human at all, why then we must stand fast a little, even at the risk of being heroes.
But in reason, haven't you done as much as God can reasonably want?
Finally, it's not a matter of reason, it's a matter of love.
So you're content, then, to be shut up here with mice and rats when you might be at home with us?
Content? They open a crack that wide, I'll be up through it like a bird. Has Eve run out of apples?
Not yet told you what the house is like without you.
Don't, Meg.
What we do in the evenings now that you're not there.
Meg, have done.
We sit in the dark because we've no candles. And we've no talk because we're wondering what they're doing here to you.
King's more merciful than you. He doesn't use the rack.
2 minutes to go, sir. I thought you'd like to know.
2 minutes?
Till 7 o'clock, sir. Sorry, 2 minutes.
Well, go talk to him. Change his mind.
How, sir?
Have you got money?
Oh, yes.
No. Don't. He's got a pair of dice. Make him play for it. Here, use this. Make sure you do it well, okay? Now listen. You must leave England. All of you.
And leave you here?
Doesn't matter. They won't let me see you again. But you must be different boats, in different ports at the same time.
After the trial, then.
To be no trial. They have no case. Do this for me. I beseech you.
Yes.
Alice? Alice, I command it.
Right.
I know who packed this.
I packed it.
It'll make us a pearls of custard, Alice.
Do I?
It's a nice dress you've got on.
It's my cooking dress.
It's very nice, anyway.
Lord, you think very little of me. I'm a fool. But I'm no such fool as at this time to be lamenting my dresses, but to relish complimenting on my custard.
I am well rebuked. Alice,
No.
I am faint when I think of the worst they may do to me. But worse than that, would be to tell me you understand why I must go.
I don't.
Tell me you understand, then I think I can make a good death of it if I have to.
Your death's no good to me.
Alice, you must tell me you understand.
I don't. I don't believe this had to happen.
Yes, Alice, I don't see how I'm going to make it.
It's the truth.
You're an honest woman.
Much good may it do me. I tell you what I'm afraid of. That when you're gone, I shall hate you for it.
Mustn't, Alice? Oh.
Shh. As for understanding, I understand you're the best man I ever met, or I'm ever likely to. And if you go, well, God knows why, I suppose. Though God's my witness, God's kept deadly quiet about it. Then if anybody wants to know my opinion of the king and his council, they've only to ask for it!
It's alive! Oh. Say what you may. Don't make a superlative custard, Alice.
It's no good, sir. I know what you're up to, and it can't be done.
Another minute, man!
Sorry, sir. Time's up.
For pity's sake!
Now, sir, don't do that. Sir Thomas, the ladies will have to go
One
now.
more minute.
Only a little while. Give us a little while.
Now, miss, you don't want to get me into trouble.
Do as you're told. Be off at once.
Miss, you get your father into trouble. Are you obstructing me, sir?
Goodbye.
Now, my lady, no trouble.
Don't put your muddy hands on me!
Am I to call the guard then? Then come on.
Goodness sake, man. We're saying goodbye.
You don't know what you're asking, sir. You don't know how you're watched.
Filthy, stinking, gutter-bred turnkey!
Call me what you like, ma'am. You've got to go.
Now see you suffer for
There's
this!
you and your husband no good.
Alice. Goodbye, my love.
You understand my position, sir. There's nothing I can do. I'm a plain, simple man, and just want to keep out of trouble.
Sweet Jesus! Plain simple man!
What man can behold without awe? The canvas and rigging of the law. Forbidden here the galley master's whip. Hearts of oak on the Lord's great ship. Where are you going?
I'm finished here, sir.
You're the foreman of the jury.
Oh, no, sir.
You are John Dauncey, general dealer,
Yes.
foreman of the jury. Does the cap fit?
Yes, sir.
Then wear it. And now we'll apply the good plain sailor's art to fix the quicksand from the Lord's plain shark.
Sir Thomas More, you are called before us here at the Hall of Westminster to answer the charge of high treason. Nevertheless, and though you have heinously offended his King's Majesty, we hope that if you even now forethink and repent of your obstinate opinions, that you may still taste his gracious pardon.
My lords, I thank you. Howbeit, I make my petition to Almighty God to keep me in this my honest mind the last hour of my life. As for the matters you charge me with, I fear, due to my present weakness, I may not be able to make sufficient response or reply. I should be glad to sit down.
Be seated. Master Secretary Cromwell, have you the charge?
I have it here.
Then read the charge.
It is the same charge that was brought towards Bishop Fisher, the late Bishop Fisher.
Late?
Bishop Fisher was executed this morning. That you did conspire traitorously and maliciously to deny and deprive our liege Lord Henry of his undoubted title, head of the Church in England.
I've never denied this title.
Refuse the oath offered to you in the Tower and elsewhere.
My silence is not denial. My silence I am condemned with imprisonment. Why have I been brought here again?
On the charge of high treason, Sir Thomas.
For which the penalty is not imprisonment.
Death comes for us all, my lords. Even for kings he comes. Amidst all their royalty and brute strength, he neither pleasantly asks them to come forth, nor kneels, nor makes reverence, but roughly grasps them by their very breast, and rattles them until they be stark dead, causing their bodies to be buried in a pit, whereof their death, their success is uncertain.
Treason enough here.
The death of kings is not the question, Sir Thomas.
Nor mine, I trust, my lords, unless I am proven guilty.
Your life lies in your own hands, Thomas, as it always has.
For our own lives, my lord, yours and mine. Dare we attempt to enter the kingdom with so much ease, when our Lord entered with so much pain?
Now, Sir Thomas, do you stand upon your stance?
I do.
Gentlemen, there are many kinds of silence. Let us first consider the silence of a man when he is dead. Let us say we walk into the room where he is lying. It is the dead of night. There's nothing like darkness for sharpening the ear. And we listen. What do we hear? Silence. What does this silence betoken? Nothing. This is silence pure and simple. Let us consider another case. Let us say we walk into... Let us say I were to draw a dagger and make us to kill the prisoner with it. And instead of cry out for me to stop, or cry out for help to stop me, our lordships here remain silent. This silence would be token. It would be token of willingness to the act, and under the law, they would be guilty with him. So silence can, under the circumstances, speak. So, let us consider the circumstances of the prisoner. The act was offered to good and faithful subjects up and down the country, and they all admitted our Lord's title to be good and just. When it was offered to Sir Thomas here, he refused. He calls this silence. Is there a man in this court, is there a man in this country, who does not know Sir Thomas More's opinion of the title? No. How is that? Because his silence betokened that his silence was no silence at all, but most eloquent denial.
Not so, Master Secretary. The maxim is qui tacet consentire. The maxim of the law is silence gives consent. If you wish to construe what my silence betokened, you must construe that I consented, not that I denied.
Is that what the world construes from it? In fact, is that what you wish the world to construe?
The world must construe according to its wit. This court must construe according to the law.
I put it to the court that the prisoner is making smoky, which should be a clear light to discover his own
The
wrongdoing.
law is not a light for you or any other man to see by. The law is not an instrument by any kind. The law is a causeway, upon which, if the citizen walks safely, walk upon it, he may walk safely. In matters of conscience,
The conscience.
a word is not familiar to you.
My God, too familiar. Often have I heard the word spoken in the mouths of criminals.
Yes, I've often heard bad men misuse the name of God, Master Secretary. Yet if God exists, the loyal subject is more bounden to be loyal to his conscience than any other thing.
And so provide a noble motive for his frivolous self-conceit.
Not so, Master Secretary. Very impure necessity for his own soul.
His own self, you mean.
Yes, a man's soul is himself.
A miserable thing, whatever you call it, who lives like a bat in a Sunday school. A shrill, incessant pedagogue about his own salvation. Yet nothing to say about your place in the state, under the cape, in a great native country.
Is it my place, to say good to the state sickness? Can I help my king by giving him lies when he asks for treaty? Will you help England, Master Secretary, by giving him lies?
My lords, I wish to call Sir Richard Rich. Sir Richard?
I do solemnly.
I do solemnly swear that the evidence I shall give before the court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
So help me God, Sir Richard.
So help me God.
You may be seated, Sir Richard.
Now, Rich, what's off the brush? You were at the town?
I was.
For what purpose?
I was sent to carry away the prisoner's books.
Did you speak with the prisoner?
Yes.
Did you speak about the king's supremacy?
Yes.
What did you say?
I said to him, supposing there were an act of parliament to say that I, Richie Rich, were to be made king, would not you, Master Moore, take me for king? That I would, he said, for you would be king.
Yes.
Then he said,
To the prisoner.
yes, my lord. But I will put you a higher case, he said. How if there were an act of parliament to say that God should not be God?
This is true. And then you said...
Silence!
Continue. I said, ah, but I will put you a middle case. Parliament has made the king head of the church. Why we not accept him?
Well,
He said the parliament had not the power to do so.
repeat the prisoner's words.
He said the parliament had not the competence, or words to that effect.
He denied the title.
He did.
Truth, Rich. I'm sorry for your perjury, my peril.
Do you deny this?
Yes, my lord. If I were a man who heeded not the taking of an oath, you know well I would not be here. But now I will take an oath. If what that man has said is true, I pray that I will never see God in the face, which I would not say were it anything else in the world.
That is not evidence.
Probable? Is it probable that after so long a silence on this the very subject so earnestly sought of me, I would open my mind to such a man as that?
So, Richard, you wish to modify your testimony?
No, Mr. Secretary.
There were two other men with him, Southwell and Palmer.
Unhappily, Sir Richard Southwell and Master Palmer are away in Ireland to the king's business. It does not matter. I have their deposition here, saying that, what with being busy with the prisoner's books, they did not hear what was said.
Is it not obvious that if I really said this, these two men would be brought to witness?
Sir Richard, have you anything to add?
Nothing, Mr. Secretary.
Sir Thomas?
To what purpose? I am a dead man. Who have you desired me, Master Secretary? What you have hunted me for, not my actions, but the thoughts of my heart. It's a dangerous road you have opened. But first, men will disclaim their hearts. Presently, they will have none. God help those men whose statesmen walk your road.
The witness may withdraw.
I have a question for the witness. Badge of office you're wearing. May I see it? The Red Dragon. What's this?
Sir Richard is appointed Attorney General for Wales.
Wales. Why, Richard, it profits a man nothing to lose his soul and gain the whole world. But for Wales?
Now, I ask the court's indulgence. I have a message to the prisoner from the king. Sir Thomas, I have the power to tell you that even now,
No, cannot be.
the case rests. My lord,
The jury will retire and consider the evidence.
considering the evidence, it should not be necessary for them to retire. Is it necessary?
No, sir.
Is the prisoner guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, my lord.
Prisoner at the bar, you've been found guilty of the charge of high treason.
My lord, when I was practicing law, the manner was to ask the prisoner before pronouncing sentence whether he had anything to say.
Have you anything to say?
I do. To escape this, I have wound every winding path that my winding wits could find. But now that the court is determined to condemn me, God knoweth how, I will discharge my mind concerning my indictment and the king's title. My indictment is grounded in an act of Parliament which is directly repugnant to the law of God. king cannot bestow the supremacy of the church, because it is a spiritual supremacy. But more than that, the immunity of the church is promised both in Magna Carta and the king's own coronation oath.
Now we plainly see.
Not so, Master Secretary. I pray for the king and all the realm. I do none harm. I say none harm. I think none harm. And if this be not enough to keep a man alive, then I long not to live. I have been, since I came to the prison, 3 times in such a case that I thought not to live without the hour. And I thank God I was never sorry for it, but rather sorry for when it passed. My body is at the king's good service. Would God my death might do him some good. Nevertheless, it is not for the supremacy that you have sought my blood, but because I would not bend to the marriage.
Prisoner at the bar, you have been found guilty of the charge of high treason. The sentence of the court is that you shall be taken from this place, thence to the tower, and thence to the place of execution. There, your head shall be stricken from your body. May God have mercy on your soul. Come no further, Thomas. Drink this.
My master had easel and gold to drink, not wine. Let me be going. Meg? Trouble not thyself. Death cometh for us all. Even at our birth he comes. Stands aside a little, and every day muses whether, that day or the next, he will draw nigh. It is the course of nature and the will of God. You have long known the secrets of my heart.
Sir Thomas, remember me, Sir Thomas. When you were Chancellor, you gave a false judgment against me. Remember that now.
Woman, you see how I am occupied. I remember your case well, and I assure you, were I to give sentence again, I would not alter it. You have no injury from me, so content yourself and go your way. I beseech your grace, go back. Then, be not afraid of your office. You send me to God.
You're very sure of that, Sir Thomas.
He will not deny one who is so blind to go to him.
Behold the head of a traitor!
I'm breathing. Are you breathing too? It's nice, isn't it? It isn't hard to keep alive. Friends, just don't make trouble. Or if you must make trouble, make the sort of trouble that is expected. Well, I don't need to tell you that. Good night, friends. If we should bump into one another, recognize me.